Hey y'all, welcome to the first edition of Across the Kitchen Table for Sola Deo Gloria. If you are not vlogging today, I just want to say no worries. Please link up your post, whatever you have for us to share. And if you have made a vlog and you're on the fence about whether or not you should post it, the answer is yes. Yes, you should post it because I can't wait to see your living, breathing, moving face on the screen. I'm just really excited to see how this might enrich our community and just to see what God does through it. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the third time that I've started to record this post, and I realized that by starting and stopping each time, I was totally missing the point that I brought to you last week, which is about this is just supposed to be talking about whatever is on your heart. It's not about having a message or anything. It's literally like you're on a walk and you stop by your friend's house and you're like, man, this is what's going on in my life. So I am not going to stop this little movie thing again, and what you get is what you get, and I think that that's good because it's not a production and it's not a show. It's literally just hanging out and talking to y'all. So I think the biggest thing that's happened to me recently in the parenting world is my 8.5-year-old daughter told me before bed, of course, the other night, when I'm just done with conversation and people in general, that she wanted to kiss this boy in her class that apparently they like each other. And I about hit the roof in my head and in my heart and went to the worst possible scenario in about 2 seconds flat. But then I reeled it back in and started to think about how I could continue to foster an open conversation with her, because in my heart of hearts, I was just so grateful that she came and she said what was bothering her. Because if I cannot have a real relationship with her, a real conversation with what's bothering her now, then I just can't imagine what it's going to be like when she's 16. So, she had said this in the context of God wasn't answering her prayer. And then she told me that her prayer was that this Anthony kid would kiss her. And I said, again, after having a near heart attack, why do you want Anthony to kiss you? And she said, well, I don't know. And I was like, well, if you don't know, do you think that that would be a reason why maybe God is not answering your prayer? I said, because, if you give a boy your kiss, then that is a really precious gift that you're offering to him. And if you're not quite sure why you want to give him this gift, then maybe God wants you to think about that. And so then she goes, well, I think that God is telling me that I'm not supposed to kiss him. And I was like, well, why do you think he might be saying that? She said, well, I think I'm supposed to be a good example. And maybe kissing him wouldn't be setting a good example. And I said, well, can you think of some of the other consequences that kissing a boy in 3rd grade might have? And she kind of sat there for a minute, and I was like, well, how would you feel if Anthony went and told all the 3rd graders that you guys kissed? I said, how would that make you feel? She said, not very good. And I said, well, what if other boys thought that they could just come up and kiss you? How would that make you feel? And she was like, oh, no, Mommy, I do not want other boys to kiss me. We just had this whole conversation that really hints on the fact that sometimes when God tells us no, we think that he's not answering our prayer, but really he's trying to keep us safe and he's trying to protect us. And we don't always see that his actions are based in love. We just feel rejected, or we just feel hurt, or we feel like we're being deprived of something that we just really, really, really want. And I think it was so helpful for her to realize that she's not God. And honestly, sometimes I need to be reminded I am not God. And what that means in this context is that I don't know what's around the corner. She doesn't know how she's going to feel after it happens. She doesn't know how Anthony's going to react. She doesn't know how her whole world could be shifted and altered in a way that she doesn't want. And so, I don't know, I just think that it's been really helpful for me to think sometimes about my relationship with God in the perspective of a 3rd grader, because when I have to explain things to her that she can understand without lofty Christianese or anything, it gets to the heart of the matter. And so I think that I have a little bit of a new perspective on when I'm praying for something. I may think that I really want that thing, and maybe I don't really want that thing. Maybe I don't want 500 shares on Facebook, or maybe I don't want 1,000 Twitter followers, or whatever. Like, I know that there are times when I read other people's blogs and I'm like, oh, why can't I get that same attention? But maybe that attention isn't there for a reason. And of course it's not there for a reason, because if God wanted me to have it, I would have it, right? Anyway, those are my thoughts. Totally unscripted, and you can just be proud. I did not stop and back it up when I lost my train of thought there for a minute. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy each other and have fun seeing all the vlogs and and hopefully we will see you guys back here in 1 month for the next Across the Kitchen Table, and of course see you for our weekly link up where we're linking our blog pages. So y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.